Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I am Pastor Guy, and this is Pastor's Corner. For those of you who are new to the corner, I'm Guy Watley, and welcome to my corner of the internet. It's a place where we get together once a week to encourage the believer on how to be in the world, but not of the world. If you like what you hear, follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can also see us live on Sunday mornings at 10:30 Pacific time, and encourage you to tune in there as well. So anyway, let's get started. The last couple days in the news has been the story of the trial of a young teenager who stabbed and killed another teenager at a track meet. The one who was murdered was white. The one who did the stabbing was a black boy. And so, of course, because of the world in which we live, the news and the protesters and what you see, it's all about race. First off, let's understand something. There is only one race, and that's the human race. We all came from Adam and Eve. We didn't come from different anything. We came from Adam and Eve, created by God, and there is one race, the human race. The amount of melanin in one's skin is the only thing that is different when we look at DNA and whatnot. So anyway, it's a battle against one another, right? Against humanity, against each other. So what we see in the news is not really what is going on. And I want to give you just a little bit of background, a little bit of inside information as to when we try to get our head around why would a boy bring a knife to a track meet? And I'm sure backpacks are full of knives or whatever. I don't know. But why would he take a knife out and stab somebody else at a track meet? Well, the reason that that happened is culture. It's not because he was black. It's not because his parents were not good parents. It's because of the culture, the hip hop culture in which that child has grown up in. And that culture has fostered a generation of individuals, of kids, women and boys, that you do not disrespect me. You don't diss me, is what they would say. You diss me, and I have the right, from their perspective, to do whatever I want, including kill you. That's the culture. That's the hip hop culture. Hip hop because of the music, and that's what it's bred. That's what's in there. It's it, it's behind the scenes. It's out in the open. Um, it's this whole idea that if I feel disrespected or violated, then I can do whatever I want to you. And that's what happened under that tent. For those of you who don't know, you go to a track meet, any high school and probably college track meets, and they set up canopies, shade canopies. And some of them have walls, some of them don't. And that's where the team sits to get out of the sun. That's where they put all their stuff, and that's where they hang out. And this individual wasn't on the team. He went, he sat underneath their place. He was asked to move, to leave. Nobody knew him, whatever. And he wouldn't. Why? Nobody's asked that question. I've never heard why, but the why is I can do what I want, and you're not going to disrespect me. And if you do, then this will be the outcome. What the media and what we're not seeing is the truth and the reality that this isn't as much as it's about Austin Metcalf, the white child who was murdered, and as much as it's about Karmelo Anthony, the black boy who stabbed him. Two families were completely destroyed the moment the tip of that knife penetrated his heart. Two families will never be the same. Extended families from, 3 to 4 people that are growing up under the house, to the extended families, and then to the families of those who were there on scene and saw it go down, saw it happening. These lives are destroyed in any measure that we would use to measure. It's a traumatic event that will never go away. And their decisions, what they do, and the choices they make from that point forward will be altered because of that event. And nothing can change that. Nothing can take that away. They will be altered. And now you have a young black man, a young boy who's going to prison, who will be a hero to some, those in the hip hop culture, and he will be a villain to others. And should he live and survive, when he gets out at 40, he will start the cycle all over again. Should he get married, have kids, whatever, of perpetuating this hip-hop culture of you don't disrespect me, and if you do, if I think you did, then I can kill you. It's that simple. Seems ridiculous to civilized society, to the average individual. But it's what happened in the Old West when you had gunslingers and you had, stupid people with guns that they just did what they wanted because there was no law to stop them. Well, we have law now, but that doesn't seem to matter. So what's that have to do with Christians? It has everything to do with Christians, because we need to understand the world we're living in and what happened. And that is Satan happened. Satan has raised a generation of American boys in this hip-hop culture that is completely anti-God in every respect, in every aspect. And that's what we're up against. That's the battle, is a spiritual, demonic battle of eternal consequences. And what we are watching on the news and have seen are the results of that playing out live in living color. But like I said, the reporting, because it always boils down to the base instinct. Well, it's about race. It's, and I don't want to get into that outside of the reality, because I wasn't on the jury. I didn't see the evidence. None of us were there. But we know enough to know that there was a disagreement between two teenagers, and one pulled a knife and killed the other one. Seems over the top, seems extreme, because there's no place for it. And what I'm telling you, what I'm informing you, is that it's bred into the music and the hip-hop culture. And that's the reality. People might not want to believe it or agree with it, but that's the truth. And Satan is wreaking havoc in the hip-hop community. And this is just an extension and an outpouring of that. So what do? Well, we pray. We recognize what we're up against. We understand that there's a whole culture out there that if you wrong them by what you say or do, and they perceive to be wronged, then in their mind, killing you is fine. It doesn't matter. And that's not something we're used to. But we better be, because that's what's going on. We need to be in prayer. We need to mind our tongues. We need to recognize that, some things just aren't worth it. And that at any moment, even at a track meet, the spiritual war can become real, like it did for these two. Anyway, I'm Pastor Guy. This has been Pastor's Corner. You have a wonderful day in the Lord, and I will see you next week. Be blessed.